cutting it close.
Yep. Well, y'all are going to have some time to get in here. We are still on the road on the way into Howard. And so all you folks in Elk County can see where we're at out here.
And we're cutting it close.
Yep. I'm not seeing any stats coming up. There we go. We got one person in. Now I know we're live. Thought maybe down here in the sticks we weren't getting any signal. But this is what it looks like pulling into Howard. And since it's Monday, we've got another city commission or county commission meeting to attend here and work on seeing if we can get this county to get in compliance with the Constitution before they get their pantsuit off. They're still prosecuting Robert Walker, which originated out of that damn button at the front of the courthouse. Doc's over here with me. Say hi, Doc.
Hey.
We're gonna get that button taken down come hell or high water, because we found out last time down here that they definitely do not have any kind of ordinance for that thing. It was put in place by the damn janitor. I find that ironic, considering that the guy that is the janitor now is the one that arrested Robert. And that looks like old Don Sanders pulling in there.
Yep, it does.
So we'll be able to talk to old Don today.
So you got that minutes easily available.
Yep. All right. Here's the minutes. Give me just a second, guys. We're gonna get the tripod out and get things set up. Kind of went live a little before I planned to.
I'll get it.
And but yeah, Elk County once more. Just pop it out of the bag.
You don't want the bag?
No, just pull it out of the bag. All right. Yep. You want to grab my bag?
You want your bag in it?
The big bag?
You want it brought in?
Yeah. That's got all our documents in it. On this place, yeah, I got 2 or 3 folders worth of documents. I got 2 or 3 folders worth of documents on this place, man. That's how corrupt the damn place is. And everybody's seen how Joe Gillette acts in court. You see the camera, man? Told you there was a camera out here.
Yep.
Push the damn button. Probably one of the last times I'm going to do that. My name is Larry. This is my brother Daryl and my other brother Daryl. Open the door, please.
Howdy.
That's right. Oh, go right ahead.
And we're in. We're in, Larry.
I know. Hello there, Joe. Are we in session already? No? Hey there. Here's your bag. Okay, yeah.
Could I have a couple minutes of your time?
It would be nice with
So I introduced myself as Larry, Darrell, and got in today, fellas. Are we about ready to take that damn button down out front or not? No? Gonna leave that bad boy up until you do get sued, aren't you? You guys realize that thing was put in place by the janitor back in 2010, right? You guys got all that figured out with Carrie? Y'all realize you're using that to prosecute Robert Walker, right? Fourth Amendment violation originated that charge. That's fruit of the poisonous tree. You guys understand that, right? Does it matter? Mr. Hendricks? Does any of that matter for you? Does it matter to you that the county's going to get sued over the way you guys have been behaving? No? Well, that's unfortunate. County taxpayers be on the hook. You said to bring it, so I brought it. That's just the first one. I'll give your fellow commissioners a copy. There's 3 of them there. It's not a game, fellas. By establishing a quorum before the meeting to discuss paperwork, you have violated the Kansas Open Meetings Act. And you should know that. I think last week Ms. Harrington came in and asked you about your constitutional training and your coma training and stuff that you went to when you became commissioners, and you got educated about how all that stuff works. Right? John, not coming today. He's what? Under the weather? I'm sure he is. Doug looks a little under the weather today, too.
No.
There you go.
They needed to. We shipped, that last week was pretty rocky. We shipped 4 of those out this morning, they're going to scrap for winter livestock use. His fingernails are rather short, and he's been chewing on it pretty hard. Yeah, it's no doubt. All right, 1 o'clock. Call this meeting to order. Per usual, I'd like to take time to stand and pledge the
pledge allegiance to the flag and followed by a prayer, and ask Mr. Russell to lead us. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Father God, we thank you for this day and this opportunity to be here to do your work, Lord. And we pray that you watch over us, guide us, help us to do things that you would have us to do. In Christ's name, amen. Amen. Okay, approval of minutes from August 26th. Mr. Chairman. Yes, sir.
I so move to approve the minutes as presented.
Second. Been moved and seconded to approve the minutes from the August 26th meeting. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried 3-0. Public forum. Anybody like to address the public? Ms. Spooner?
I have something, thank you. I hope you'll bear with me. I want to read this little almost funny and not quite thing from the Lone Raccoon. I've quoted him before. He's a computer geek and has been well involved in the election stuff. He's writing to his crew. To be perfectly honest, I'm exhausted and feeling like the navigator of the Titanic who spotted the iceberg and couldn't get anyone to believe him and alter course. I'm sure I'm not alone in this feeling. When it became clear that mail-in voting and election computers weren't going anywhere, it was a certainty we were going to hit the same iceberg as 2020. So I and others have worked to strengthen the hull, tie down the valuables, and God help us, some have jumped into the water and kicked, trying to move the ship as much as we can to lessen the impact. Some of us have been beating on the iceberg to lessen its size. And move it we have, and shrunk it we have, miraculously, against great odds. But still, so many deny the iceberg is there. And if they see it, they think that we just need to hit it faster and harder and we'll be okay. And some are trying to turn us into it more fully. I'm not turning negative. My post on negativity from a few days ago stands, but this could have been so much simpler and easier. The iceberg is still there. The composition of it is known, and as are its weak points. We can do this, we must do this, but we can't ignore the situation and play make-believe.
Thank you very much.
I'd like to speak, please. My name is Dr. Justin Spees, and I want to bring up your approved minutes from the August 12th, 2024 meeting. Down in the public forum section of it, it says Chairman Liebau apologized for the conduct in the last commissioners meeting and stated he did not approve of the use of profanities in the meeting. And so what had happened is I had said, or Michael and I had said some swear words, and so the chairman started off that meeting by saying we're not going to allow swear words. And so Michael used some swear words. They recessed the meeting, came back, and then I spoke as well. And then you stopped me, Jake, from speaking at all. The whole commission stopped me from speaking at all because of some cuss words I had said. And basically, I was asking, what exactly do you mean by profanities? And so I started listing some words to know if we could say them or not. So I said, shit, fuck, motherfucker, cocksucking son of a bitch. And you stopped me and said I couldn't say that. And so first question about that, you said you apologized for the conduct. What specific conduct is that? That's not behavior. Those are words. So there was no conduct associated with that. Those are called words, and that's called freedom of speech. So nice try. And then, so in the meetings here, they're not accurately reflected of what happened here. So what happened is Michael, it says here, Michael with Lawrence Accountability addressed the commission stating he could use any type of language he wanted to because it is his First Amendment right. Michael expressed himself using many profanities and was asked to remove himself from the meeting. you guys recessed from 104 to 118, and then the minutes continue and say, Chairman Liebau asked again to keep language civil without vulgarity and profanity. Michael spoke of the core request not being fulfilled and the legal charges against himself and Dr. Justin Spees. And then it says, John Cannon stated the fence at Road 29 has not been repaired and the 75 days elapsed on Saturday. And so those meeting minutes are not reflected, or not accurate, because they're not reflecting what happened. I spoke and you stopped me from speaking, and you wouldn't know that I even spoke during public forum, because I'm not mentioned in there at all as speaking, let alone you guys stopping me from speaking. So Michael did speak, and then John Kennan did speak, but sandwiched in between them was me. But you wouldn't know that from the meeting, and so I want to know why that's not in there. And so I know you guys have kind of discretion over your.
It's really hard to make meeting minutes when there's really nothing to put in the minutes when it's all profanity.
Well, how about that I was stopped from speaking? That would be something, because that did happen in the meeting, regardless of what was said. It doesn't even say that I spoke. So even something like a Dr. Justin Spees spoke and used profanities and was prevented from speaking beyond that, and the commission all concurred. Something like that, something factual. I mean, nice try to say that because I spoke bad, dirty cuss words that you couldn't say that I used profanity. I'm not saying you needed to list the words that I spoke, but you could phrase that as profanity, right? I mean, it seems really shady that you were violating my rights in here and you didn't want the minutes to accurately reflect that.
That was on me.
But they approved it. These are
minutes,
approved.
and-
Yeah, I know, but you wrote them, but these are approved minutes right there. So it's also on the commission because they, again, approved those minutes. It says right here, approved minutes from August 12th, 2024. So they ratified that by approving those minutes there. It's not an accurate reflection, and I want to know why, guys. Are you hiding something? Because we have it all recorded, so it's all recorded. It doesn't matter if your minutes reflect it or not, we have it recorded.
But that's not part of their official record.
Right, but the issue is your record is not accurate, and it looks shady. It looks like you're trying to cover up your guys' wrongdoing is what it looks like to me, so. Not surprised, guys, not surprised. We've ran into nothing but that kind of stuff since we've been coming down here over the summer, so. Can we get that reflected in this week's meeting minutes, that I've said the things that I've said, and maybe we can get a little bit more accuracy in those meeting minutes there. Appreciate it.
Anything further?
Yes. So I got an email from Mr. Dean last night. Seems he's getting us halfway there, fellas. By the way, I do want to make sure that everybody in the room is aware that a couple weeks ago, Mr. Hendricks told me to bring it when I said that we were going to have CORA and COMA issues, and recommended that we just go ahead and file with the AG. But since he said to bring it, I brought it. They have those complaints. They've all three reviewed them and then hand them off to Mr. Dean here because he apparently is the expert. But I just want to let Sherry Kaminska and Don Sanders know that they've all thrown you under the bus because instead of recognizing the videos that these two individuals took of us in this room and out front as part of a public record that they should be releasing to us as part of a public record request, they've said that both of you two violated county policy by even recording us. So today what we'll be doing is we'll be going across the hall to Carrie's office to file a complaint on these two for violating their county policy. And since there's really not much more to adjudicate, since your attorney has already said in this email that they violated county policy, I guess I'm just gonna go ahead right now and ask what's gonna happen as a result of that. What kind of disciplinary action happens when they violate county policy? It's already been adjudicated. Your lawyer already said they did it. What's gonna happen? How are we gonna be made whole? You think this is funny, Jake? This is our problem. Your county employees down here have been violating policies, misconstruing laws, arresting people. Your button out front was put in place by a janitor. We got that from Carrie last time we were down here. A fucking janitor, guys. Got a man arrested and got him thrown in jail. Shh, shh, shh. Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt. A janitor. got him arrested, thrown in jail, kept in jail for almost a week. He's got a crappy lawyer down here that's going along with stuff that can't seem to recognize it, but that's okay, we got his back. And you guys are screwing up. I wanna know when that button's coming down. Put in place by a janitor. When's it coming down? Fourth Amendment violation, Mr. Dean, are we not even gonna look at that button coming down? And I also think it's a cowardly waste of space for each one of you to try to dump everything off onto Carrie. Because she's stepping in to try to explain your bullshit and your lies. She may have written the minutes, but Dr. Spies is right. You approved them. You had the responsibility to review them and you approved them, saying that that's what happened in our meeting. And you left out your own constitutional violations. You gotta wonder why. Because police reports get written the same way around here, with a bunch of bullshit lies. Times are coming, man. That button's coming down. Larry, Daryl, and Daryl got in today. Introduced myself as Larry, Daryl, and Daryl. Y'all remember that from Newhart? That's who I was today. And they opened the damn door. And I didn't tell them where I was going. So anybody that you have at that front door that you give a hard time to, that you end up arresting because they get pissed off with your actions, I've got the evidence now that gets the charges dismissed and gets you sued.
Anybody else public forum? Anybody? Okay. Carrying on, department reports. Ambulance.
Our monthly report wasn't ready at the time of the start of the meeting, so I'll have it next time, but we did hire someone for the office manager position, they start on the 16th.
Good
So-
stuff. Appraiser. They up there? Nope. Emergency management. Erica. Health. Public Works.
Okay, I might need an executive session for non-elected personnel. Just for,
How long you need?
5 minutes or so.
You wanna do that now, new business or when?
We'll do it, new business.
Okay, so we had a garage door failure on a recycle building. I had to get it replaced. It actually came around. They did finish the work on that this morning, so it's done and back in operation now. One of the things we come across with health and EMS, we had our fire extinguisher people down to do the work on that. We found some problems over at the new building over there. Nothing major, but we are in works with 2 different companies to try to get that resolved. One of them being the installer themselves. Evidently there was some warranty work that was never completed on one of the overhead stoves, so we are in the process of resolving those issues. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Register of Deeds.
I just have my monthly report for August.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Community development.
Oh, for this part of the meeting, I think all I really have to tell you about is Lemonade Day. We had, on Saturday, well, it started on Friday, if any kids wanted to do it, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, over Labor Day weekend. And, I think there were 14 lemonade stands,
At least.
I don't know, there were a lot of lemonade stands, but anyway.
Drank lemonade in Moncton, Elk County, Lane and Howard, and I don't ever wanna see another glass of lemonade.
Exactly, I hit 9 of them, and they were really good. The kids learned really good lessons. They had profit goals, they had goals on learning how to count back change and just, learning how to, meet the public without being afraid and all that. And anyway, I have 6 of the forms that the kids filled out for their, business results. And, so their profit, this is their profit, after expenses, $106, $113. Then there's $216, $237, $390, $432. This is profit that these kids made. And then they turned around and several of them are donating. One's donating $108 to their church. The other one's donating to their junior football, their flag football thing, $154. And one little girl that made $432, she's donating $314 of it to the Children's Mercy Hospital. So, yeah, kind of warms your heart.
Yes.
Makes you feel good. So that's all I had for this part of the meeting.
All right, thank you very much. Rule fire.
I have nothing.
Sheriff.
We have nothing to say.
Treasurer. County counselor. County clerk.
Nothing at this time, thanks.
Okay. County attorney. Okay, old business, moving on, real estate at 1285 Evergreen. No, that's Evergreen. The Dove deal, we put that with Alan Johnson. I did get all those signed.
Okay.
Anything?
I have not had a chance to. The guy canceled out on me meeting with, Mark Hartke, the staff,
Okay.
so, on the property line deal on that, so.
Do you have a copy of that
No.
survey? I think I ended up
You
with it
ended up
back,
with-
so I'm
yeah.
gonna
I
bring
still
it
need
to
it,
you.
I'm scheduled to meet with him.
Okay.
He had
I have a survey.
You have a copy?
one.
of it?
I
Okay,
don't know if there's more than one, but I got it.
can you wanna just share yours with him, or do you wanna keep it?
would
I have
keep
other
it
copies.
To be able to come up with a legal description if the agreement's worked out.
Okay, I'll get
I'll
you a
take
copy.
yours and then I'll bring it back, but yeah, it's supposed to be, he rescheduled, it's supposed to meet with him Thursday at 3:30.
Okay, and on that, the, engineering firm was, has
Blizzard County Council,
come up with 2, concept drawings, for the site layout. One of them has a U-shaped entrance, and, so there would be a small lot within that U, and then lots around the side, and that one has, that ends up making it into like 7 small lots, or, like 6 acres or less, And then the other concept has you coming in a single driveway, cul-de-sac, and exit out the same, back. And interestingly, both of these entrances are east of the existing driveway. So I'm not really sure, why they would not utilize that, but probably just because that is not in the center of the property, it's kind of, it's kind of off to the west, and so it makes the western lots small if you, go, use that existing entrance, so. Anyway, they're just some concept drawings for our review and, comment, and so, anyway, I'll bring you guys copies of those when I come back up. I'm gonna go downstairs for a little bit, but I'll bring you copies of those.
Thank you very much. Okay, moving on. Okay, schedule, good, new business procurement policy addendum.
Do you have that ready? Okay.
Move on,
Move on. executive session, non-elected personnel with the clerk. Are you ready for that, Carrie?
Yeah.
Are you gonna do that, or are you gonna do John's first? Do it like-
It doesn't matter to me.
And Carrie's on there, so let's get her done.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir. How long you need, Carrie?
5 minutes will probably work.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we go into executive session with the clerk. Council Dean, for the purpose of non-elected personnel. Performance review. For performance review.
No, it's not performance.
It's
review.
not?
No.
Oh.
Non-elected personnel.
Yes, yes, I'm sorry. Sorry, yes.
For 5 minutes. For 5 minutes? I second it, after Article 26.
Been moved and seconded to go into executive session to discuss non-elected personnel with the county clerk and the county counselor and ourselves, not to return until 1:26. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried 3-0.
Mr. Liebald, the reason you guys are ahead of schedule is because you didn't screw around with people's rights today. Saves you time when you don't do that, and money in the long run. What's up, fellas? Michael.
These guys watch our stuff.
It's all,
It's all over. I appreciate it.
yeah.
How come she doesn't come to the meetings anymore?
Oh, she's all about you guys is filming and everything, and then when you guys film, but they're scary guys.
Oh yeah, we're always scared.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See her husband.
My viewers like your toothpick.
Huh?
My viewers like your toothpick.
Toots. But, yeah, her husband was a county attorney in Fredonia, and they,
We heard he kind of went.
oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you got anything on this duck story I keep hearing about?
Duck.
Something about Jill Gillette being holed up in a house with a duck, refusing to hand it over, and
Poor duck.
it wasn't her duck.
Poor duck.
I'd really like to know more about that.
That should be a violation right there.
Cruel and unusual.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. That's awesome.
Well, and glad to see you guys here with your camera out, man. Good, I mean, good on you, because that's what these folk, they need. They need somebody watching them. That's all they need. Because as soon as somebody watched them, they all started getting their shit together.
Come on to Fredonia. There's a bunch of that.
Oh man, if we could take on every single county.
Yeah. It's all over the place, man.
Yeah. Hey, hell, it's even up in Lawrence. What we're dealing with still up there. We got a commissioner, you know.
And the thing of it is you guys are bringing this stuff up, and nobody's scared. Nobody's afraid they're going to get sued or lose their job.
Oh well,
Why is that?
well, because they've done it this way for so long. But we'll see what happens in the long run. You know, it's a long ways from the end.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Cool.
So we got some. Well, this is kind of nice. We get to file a complaint today, Doc. That's already been adjudicated by the county attorney.
Yep. So we'll see what comes of that then.
Yep.
Jill Gillette's got an office there in Fredonia too. You guys know that?
Yeah. I had her. I had the complaint that I filed on her sent to her there. Somebody shared her Fredonia address with me, so I had it sent to her there. So.
She'll probably put a PPA on you then.
Well, she can't do it behind the light of day. I mean, she's going to have to let me come into court and let's talk about it before she does it, because she can't do that without due process. And that's what she's been used to down here, is violating due process and just doing shit behind closed doors. And those days are coming to an end, and I think she realizes that that's why she's throwing such a fit. So.
Oh yeah.
Well, as long as the light stays on.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
If the light gets turned off and people stop paying attention, then she can go back to doing it.
Exactly. That's why when I keep telling people down here, we can shine the light, but it's up to you guys to take your county back. You guys got to
Keep
do
it
it.
shining. Everywhere, really.
But everybody's scared to even, like you guys come down here religiously, to come down here to bring up these points. But who's all here?
Well, look, it's on a Monday midday, man. What's up with that?
We understand.
People got to work.
We're not just, we do that in our towns as well. Over in Lawrence and Douglas County, we go to the meetings as well. deal, so we understand that, yeah, what it takes to do that. It's not like we're just doing it in somebody else's county and then coming back to say, you know, we get it, but it has to be done. If everybody says their excuses that they're too scared to do it, then, you know, nothing's ever gonna change, because everyone can always just say, I'm too scared. And that just ain't gonna cut it, you know.
It's kind of like
Are
that
we
board.
Americans or not? You
It's
know?
kind of like that boar that's always coming at you. Once you clip those nuts, he's a little testy around you. He understands, right?
There you go.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you've got agencies or a government that targets you,
We get it.
you guys are targeted.
Yeah, we know.
I mean,
But just imagine if everybody stood up, you know, it'd be really hard for them to target.
But look what
the
happened when they
majority.
tried to do that whole thing about us getting charges. You know,
Yeah,
we stood up to it and called them out and said, give us the charges. And then they had to back down because they had nothing.
Yep.
but see, they did that with me, and I'm not an attorney, I don't know the law.
We're not attorneys. You just got to stand up and use your rights.
And that ended up costing me $8,000 and 2 years of my life.
Exactly. Exactly.
For,
That's what they
you know
did.
what I was doing? Well, exactly what you're doing.
Really?
Yeah.
Just
So
coming around
they-
asking questions?
I wasn't even asking questions. I was just going around the town taking pictures.
And what they charge you with?
They didn't charge me with nothing. She hems you up in the courts. That's how they do it.
So you were going around town taking pictures.
And exercising my rights.
And what did they do to you? Well, what happened? Tell us how this went down.
Okay, Thomas and Sharon Thomas, Michael and Sharon Thomas. Michael was a police officer. So I was going around taking pictures, and then I was putting in complaints on violations that should be addressed. And so he got scared. I've got him on video, and the only time I talked to him when he was on duty. So what he did is he went to the county attorney, which was John Gillette at the time. So they said, okay, we'll put a stop to that. So they went to Sharon, and Sharon's 65, 70 years old. And he goes, so Sharon put a PPA on me.
Who's Sharon?
That's Michael's wife.
And she a judge or something?
No, she was just his wife at home, and then she said that Alvin's driving around, or Alvin's taking pictures. He pointed at my dog. That's what she told the judge. Pointed at my dog. Yeah, that hemmed me up for 2 years. I got arrested over it too.
What charge though? What was the charge?
Nothing.
What was that point
It
at the
was all
dog?
dismissed.
How did they arrest? What did they charge you with when they arrested you?
Well, they had a protection order, and they had the Eagle's Nest Motel, and the judge in Iola, which is Daniel Kreitz. Yeah, so Jill went clear to Iola to get this judge to put a PPA on me, and I didn't even know this Sharon Thomas. I just thought she was an old lady.
So
I
they're
didn't
saying
even.
you violated the PPA or something?
Yeah, I drove by just
That's
by
what they
driving
got you
by.
for?
Mhm.
That's what they got you for? Okay.
Yeah.
And so what was the significance of them pointing at your dog? What was that?
That's what I want to know.
Oh, okay. What was he trying to say? Like that was part of the violation?
Yeah,
Your
oh,
dog?
it scared them.
Oh, the dog's scared?
Yeah, and Judge Alquist in Chanute, this was a mess. So the Daniel Kreitz gave it to Alquist in Chanute. And then this Judge Alquist, he trespassed me off police department property.
All for that?
Yeah, all for this. So, I don't know, Fredonia is only about 2 miles by 2 miles. I mean, but anyway, trespassed me off police department property, and I couldn't go within 1,000 feet or 300 feet of the restaurant, which my bank's right across the street. So when I drove by, I went to the bank.
You say you got video, and I'm assuming you got some documents, all this?
Oh yeah, I've got
You wanna-
the case and everything.
Do you want to get it all out there so people can see?
I do. I was going to bring it today, but I didn't figure you guys would want to.
Oh no, I'm
Email
interested.
it to
I'm
him. Email it
interested.
to him, yeah. How long ago was this?
Oh, it was. It started in about 2020, and then they just dropped it. Been dropped about a year.
Really?
But all I
So
got
it's
was a
recent.
trespass for property I've never even been on.
Yeah, I'd
All
like to.
because of Jill Gillette.
Yeah, and see, that's the problem. What I'm finding out is Jill Gillette seems to just kind of do whatever the hell she wants.
She does.
And that's not the way the law's supposed to work.
I know.
So, no, I'm
And so-
definitely interested.
And so, you mentioned that this Robert Walker has a crappy attorney. I fell right into that. So
Yeah.
I hired a first attorney because I was scared, I was going to get sued.
Well, I'm sure Gary House
And
was
then-
probably a good attorney in his day, but the guy needs to retire. I mean, he's late in his years, and he's not up on internet technology. He's not
Right.
up on all the. They question whether he's actually watched the videos and things.
But all the attorneys there in that area are tied up with the courts.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all.
Well, we see
it's a mess.
a defense attorney. There's a fellow that's putting out videos about the 13th district, and we see a defense attorney down here standing in for Jill Gillette as a prosecutor.
Yeah.
And isn't that a conflict? And it was a defense attorney who was standing in as prosecutor on a case against one of her former clients.
I know.
How the hell does that work? And it's not a conflict of interest. The client tried to get something done about it, and the judge just kind of blew it off like it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah. So my.
Do you want to give your email? So you can
Yeah.
send us something?
Do you? I don't have anything to write it down on.
I'm about computer illiterate. If you have
Okay.
something to write-
If you go to my YouTube or my
Let's just write something
Facebook
down.
channel,
Let's get
Yeah.
something to write.
yeah,
I can just write it down.
yeah. But no, I'd love to talk more about what you got going on because that sounds kind of shitty.
It was.
Well, and did they even give you notice that you had the PPA?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They played the whole game.
Because I've heard of some where they do it behind the doors and then they don't even really ever let anybody know, and then all of a sudden it just drops on them.
What's going to be the best way for you guys to get in contact with?
Yeah, here I'll just here.
His computer.
Yeah, send
And I get
write
it,
down your
and I
email.
am-
I'll send you an email.
I'm like, well, what did you do with it? And he was like, well, I have the sticker, but I don't have like the,
You have email me?
paperwork. He's like, I was over there.
He said he's not computer illiterate.
I thought that's what he said.
I'll just give you my number and you can.
Okay.
You can just call.
All right.
You may have to text me because I've got a block on my phone.
Okay.
That's the only way.
He was like, Mom, that's.
We'll get it.
Like yours is
We'll figure it out.
I always said the thing that's going to stop our movement is that we're all.
Yep. My
Sounds good. I'll put that down.
my 16-year-old son was playing airsoft outside of town with 4 of his friends. This is honest to God truth. So anyway, they were playing airsoft, having a good time. I don't know, somebody called it in, so the cop showed up. And so there was 4.
Yeah, let's go out here.
Step on the hallway just so they don't see us.
So there was 4 or 5 boys, 16-year-old boys. And so anyway, cop goes out there and he says, I need to see ID. And they were standing on public property. And they were putting their guns away, airsoft
Airsoft,
guns.
right.
So anyway, they're putting them away. And 3 or 4 of the boys said they pulled out their IDs. Well, my boy, he didn't have a driver's license or ID at the time. So he said, turn around, put your hands back. You're under arrest. So took his phone away and arrested him. Okay, didn't detain him, read him his rights and everything for doing nothing. So anyway, I go to the chief of police there and I said,
And this is Fredonia?
Yep.
Okay.
I said, I would like the video. And he goes, I'll get that for you. I said, okay. So anyway, he gets a hold of me the next day and he says, well, the county attorney and the city attorney is not going to let me show you that video. I said, oh, is that right? He said, yeah. I said, why is that? And he goes, well, let me tell you, Alan, that Alex was doing something wrong. And I said, you seen that with your own eyes? And I was this close to him. I said, you seen that with your own eyes? He goes, sure did. And I said, wouldn't you think I should be able to see that with my own eyes? But yet today, I haven't been able to see the tape.
Okay, your
Now, if I
son
get an
your son
attorney-
has an open record. No, you don't need an attorney on that one because your son was a subject of the video. Your son has the right, and you as his parent, a right to fill out the CORA request.
I did.
And then when they deny the CORA request, what you do is you file the Kansas Attorney General's complaint.
I did.
And what did the Kansas Attorney General do?
Oh, you have to have all this legal document, spelling and everything. See, yeah, I've already been down there.
Because when you're the subject of the video, it's under statute KSA 45254. And when you're the subject of the video, you're entitled to see that video.
Yep, I wrote a letter to Chris Kobach or whoever the county attorney general is and everything. And it was all, you gotta have this legal knowledge. We don't have, we're average.
Well, the legal knowledge, I mean, it's pretty clear in the law. That's the thing. If you don't, I guess if you don't know, they're just gonna say and just,
Well, you have to be persistent as well.
yeah.
One email, I think, will get lost in the black hole, but if you are persistently doing that, then you're more likely to get a response.
Well, I've done it twice.
The AG's office is so damn busy, I'm sure, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know it sucks, we want them to respond right away, but I think we need to be persistent and also pursue all avenues, so bring up your concerns to any government that'll listen to you and start, just being persistent.
Yeah.
Because
That's what I would
They gotta
do.
write themselves, by themselves, look who it is there, Jill Gillette. They gotta write.
Well, hi, Jill. Are we still being investigated?
Is this stalking, Jill?
How's that prosecution thing working out for you?
Public business, asking you a question, is this stalking?
Well, let's go see what she has to say to the city today, since this is the first time we've seen her in a few meetings.
Will be adjusted, right, over to the fence line, probably, as a result of Mr. Hendricks',
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'm glad we got that done.
right, that's okay, but I'm just saying that, that's just another thing to consider. And so if you looked at it, the existing driveway, that dashed line on the west, so, once that line gets moved over, if you came in there and did the thermometer method, there wouldn't be much there. I don't know, it would cut that lot real small. Maybe that doesn't matter. The other thing is the drainage on this northwest corner. I really question that that's going to, that there's that pond there that's kind of washed out. So I'm not sure how much that lot would really be used. So if you were using that existing driveway, you're gonna end up with a pretty small, funny shaped lot if you're having to work around that drainage.
Yeah.
So, it's probably right to move that, that way. And I think this one would result, now unless you use this lot 3 for just the detention, the waste of a big sewer pond, which probably isn't a good idea either, but anyway, there wouldn't be much usable land in that lot 3 with this U-shaped deal, I don't think. So I think the thermometer method is better, and probably moving the drive east like that is probably better. Now, these people have not been on site, but of course they've got the topo and they've got, aerial maps and all that stuff, so I don't know that they will be on site. They said, they would come on site if it was necessary, but that would be,
You also think they're gonna have another one of these?
I think they will. So I'll get some comments. If you have any comments, you wanna go to the site and look things over, we can do that. We just have to call a special meeting and go do that. But, anyway, that's just for your review. And if you have any comments on it, let me know.
I will.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sharon. Ms. Jill, how long do you need?
10 minutes.
For legal,
Yeah, legal and security.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I move that we go into executive session for 10 minutes with Jill Gillette and Counselor Paul Dean to discuss legal issues and security.
Not to return till 1:50.
That works.
Yeah, I second.
Been moved and seconded to go into executive session with ourselves, Mr. Dean and Ms. Gillette, to discuss legal and security, and not to return to open session till 1:50. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carried 3-0.
Passing an ordinance now won't save your asses. Just telling you, whatever she's cooking up. Security. The scary guys are here, Jill. You better look out. Hilarious. Hilarious.
Fill out the complaints. I'm gonna put this back in your bag.
Okay, yeah, here, I got that. That crazy wench is gonna come in here and talk about security. I love this. You know, and the funny thing is she could have stayed up in her office and phoned that one in, but she came down to give me good video. I gotta love her for that. This dumb bitch. I swear to God. Oh, I don't even care what they're talking about, whatever it is. I'm sure it's a constitutional violation she's planning, and we'll be able to hang her up again. I don't think she can help herself. And I don't think Sheriff John Walker can help himself. I think they're just so butthurt, and they've got old Doug Hendricks in there pushing for them too. They let their employees just violate county policy willy-nilly and then keep acting like we're the problem.
Do you want to do those complaints right now then?
Sure, but I want to keep a close eye on that door. Because today we're going to be asking Jill about that fucking duck. I want to know what's up with that duck. Did she kidnap the damn thing and refuse to give it up? Was it a child custody issue or what? I'll keep an eye on the door. Let's go do it. You want to do your complaints? Those two guys that are remaining seated, one of them is Don Sanders. He's the one that was on the right. The other one, I'm not sure. He's another county employee.
Give your complaint forms, please.
Let's see, we'll go ahead and get the complaints filed on Sherry Kaminska and Don Sanders, since we already know they've already both been adjudicated. Oh, this is going to get interesting, I assume. Swine, you're exactly right.
Do you remember what days those happened on the recordings?
So the July 9th, the first time we were down here, was when Sherry Kaminska and both Don Sanders recorded us while we were outside as well.
Yeah, it's happened multiple times now. Let's be Nat's ass with this. Let's take these with us and
Okay.
send them.
Sure. I don't think it's going to matter with these complaints, though, because they're not going to do anything anyway. You want to drop them in here?
Yeah. Might as well try.
I think it's pretty clear that they're not interested in really doing anything.
Well,
They're going to do the bare minimum and then dump it off on the clerk's office. I don't know that I would eat those. That's just me.
Before the before the meeting, a lady pulled me aside or over here, and we sat down and we talked, and she had said that, or she wanted to say to me that at the previous meeting, I had kind of forced her to reckon with a sin, and so we had a nice little heart-to-heart there, because I had said that she despised me and she needed to, and so she looked inside herself. I really appreciate that. I don't want to reveal who she was or anything, but she made me some cookies as well, and so I appreciate her sitting down and doing that. And I told her we all sin. I sin as well, obviously, and so I appreciate her doing that. And so, you know, just another thing about showing up to these meetings and impacting people and influencing people and connecting with people, regardless of how it is. When we sat down, I said, "Now, is this sincere?" And she said, "Yes, it's sincere." I was like, "All right, good," because I didn't want to sit there and listen to some sarcastic stuff.
Right,
It was sincere,
right.
and I appreciate her saying that.
Right? This stuff is interesting. That stuff is interesting. John says that's what it's rare today, and it is. People generally don't back down from their positions and adjust themselves and find their own faults and correct them. Change can be painful. Just ask Elk County. That's right. These idiots. I can't believe they have an executive session with Jill and she needs security. I wonder what kind of security protocol she's going to try to put in place today. But you know, even if they decide to do something back there, they're gonna have to come out here and tell the public what they're planning on doing if they decide to put something in place. It's not like they can just put it, well, not necessarily immediately, but at some point, if they decide to put something in place, they're gonna have to come out here and pass an ordinance for it or do something for it. And the reality is just like I said, there's nothing that's gonna happen now that's gonna change what happened last spring. And what happened with Robert Walker still stands as a violation based on the fact that that damned ordinance was put in place by a fucking janitor, man.
And that it stood this.
Oh, yeah, that's fractions of it.
Right?
And that went into 2010. But just think about that, it's 15 years of just basically tradition. This is how we do it.
Right. And tradition basically got a man put in jail with the threat of prison to follow.
Right.
And that's not a tradition tradition that, yeah, you know, if they could get Love's Deli as a security risk, we might all be a little safer.
I know, I was getting nervous with this bag of cookies sitting in front of Love. He's gonna get me.
Oh, damn. Well, from what I understand, Love was in some kind of construction battalion, so he was in charge of stopping tanks, so that maybe that's what his belly was for. Somebody said it could stop a tank. We need the big track. Oh, yeah. I'll find out what these security policies are. How you doing? Well, I mean, the amount of time that they're spending back there in that back with that executive session, I'm pretty sure Jill's probably laying it on pretty thick about how much of a risk we are. But she's gonna have to convince them that we're this severe threat after we've made them back down the last 3 weeks in a row.
People are raising good questions about Love's, health and his size. I mean, just think about that. If somebody would snatch a purse and then try to run up those stairs right there with it. He wouldn't even know how to do that.
Well, and I don't know if he'll be able to give it a shot either. He's in there. Right there. Halfway up the staircase, yep. The EMS will be picking him up halfway up the staircase. I don't know if that's fancy or not. That guy there is the one that talked to us last time, right? Didn't he? The one that said, "I'll put the camera in my face." This one right here.
The fire chief there, the rural fire rep.
I don't know if that's him or not.
He,
Look at Kerry looking over black.
Have we been 10 minutes yet?
Yeah, I just replaced my dishwasher on my refrigerator for, now my dishwasher.
John Winchester said it's been at least 2 days since Love's seen his own pecker.
he said 2 decades.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, that one kind of cracked me up. Been about 11 minutes, they say. Jill must be laying that fear on thick. But how scared was that duck she kidnapped? That's what I want to know. Here we go. I got a feeling she's just gonna do
All right, back in session.
I need to revise the date. All right.
No action taken.
One of the other things that I needed to address today is, back in March, the sheriff and I started researching surveillance cameras for the sheriff's office. This is the proposed camera that we've landed on. This is for, not here at the courthouse, it's for, use for surveillance purposes of things. It's something we've worked on. We have these similar cameras in Greenwood County. So, we actually work with several utility companies in using these. There's been a lot of theft of stuff, especially, utility service vehicles. So like especially up at Greenwood, we've had a ton of batteries stolen off of like the big bucket trucks. And those batteries are quite expensive, as well as other equipment off of those kind of trucks. We, have a lot of those around here, and theft of that stuff is increasing in all counties. Montgomery's had the same issues. So the utility companies actually help put these up just to watch over their equipment when they're parked out in rural areas. They work with a mobile cell phone and they require a mobile cell phone plan, so it would be added to the sheriff's office's plan. But it would be a camera that would be available for use when there's that kind of equipment in the county, if there's something going on out at like say the wind farm or repeat burglaries we have in a specific area. So that's what this is for, and it would be in like public areas. It's not surveillance of one
So this is
person.
kind of portable.
It is portable.
Okay.
It can be moved from place to place.
Gotcha.
But this is the camera we're proposing for you guys to look over. We don't have to make a decision today. You guys can take some time to look at it. But that's one of the cameras we've been researching since March, and I think that's the proposal we want to go with. And I would propose that it be taken out of the diversion fund account for the sheriff's office. We can buy equipment out of that fund. We generally use that fund to help with stuff that's on the list of things we can do out of it. It's kind of specific, and equipment is something we can purchase out of it.
Looks good to me, if that's what everybody's settled on.
It's really helpful because it sends a notification, kind of like my security cameras send me a notification. This would notify them when there's movement at the locations. And we actually have stopped burglaries in progress in other counties that I work with and know law enforcement in, so. And it should be tax exempt because the county is tax exempt, so, but we may have shipping or other costs. Yeah, so I would just ask for the amount of the camera plus any shipping or excess fees that we might have. And since this diversion fund is not coming out of a budget, so just authorize me to be able to do it on the diversion.
I don't have a problem with that. Probably be a good thing. You wanna go ahead and,
Yeah, let's do it, get going.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I'll make a motion to purchase for $35.50 a surveillance camera paid for out of the diversion fund for the sheriff's department. It'll be a portable unit that they can move around wherever they need it.
Been moved and seconded to approve the purchase of a mobile surveillance camera in the amount of $3,550 with shipping, to come out of the diversion fund. Any further discussion?
Yes, do you guys actually know what the diversion fund is used for? No, I'm not asking Jill to shake her head. This is public comment. Get out of the way, Jill. Get out of the way. This is public comment.
Excuse me, this is our meeting and I am allowed to
I
stand here.
don't owe you
No,
any respect.
You're acting disrespectful.
Be quiet.
No more.
Be quiet. Nobody wants to hear from you. Now, what I want to know is, do you guys actually know
This is not a
what?
public comment, it's discussion for
You don't run the
commissioners
meeting, Jill.
You don't
You have no
know.
authority here. Be
only. You don't
quiet.
understand Robert's rules.
Quiet, please.
Do you guys have any discussion?
$3,550 you're just gonna spend without other public comment? You're just gonna move ahead? Do you guys actually understand? He opened it to public comment and now you're just gonna shut it down?
I have something I wanna say as well.
You're just gonna shut it down?
Thank you.
So you're just gonna let her spend money and let her do what she wants and you're gonna open public comment and just shut it down? Because Jill doesn't wanna hear it.
You opened it for comment, I had something I wanted to say as well.
Open for comment amongst the commission.
They already voted.
He opened it for comment out here.
They voted.
Do you guys have any other questions for?
I do. I'd like to know about that duck.
Thank you.
Did you kidnap a duck, Jill? I hear you kidnapped a duck and threw a fit inside your house when the police came to get it back for the owner. Is that true?
Jill, is this stalking? Is this stalking? Did you know that the stalking statute says that it doesn't apply when you're conducting official business, especially in the public, which is what we're doing? If you were trying to charge us with some bullshit charges,
Yeah.
asking you about it, you said, we're going to charge you with stalking now.
Flaunting your laws, huh? Don't pull the door on me, you dumb bitch. Don't pull the door on me. You called me a criminal, you dumb bitch. I'll call you whatever I want. She tried to pull the door closed on me. What a psycho lady. What a psycho lady. What's up with that door? Carrie, we have an issue upstairs. We were following Jill Gillette, asking her questions, and she tried to forcibly hold the door and prevent me access.
Yeah, okay.
Okay? What are we doing?
Do you want a complaint form? Or
Why do they
what
keep dumping it to you?
I don't know.
Because they don't want to take responsibility. Joe, I need to file a complaint. Or a charge or something. I need to file a complaint or a charge. We got Jill Gillette, 2 reporters following her up there, trying to talk to her. She goes in and pulls the door and holds it and prevents our access.
Okay. I'll get your complaint form.
I don't want a complaint form. What's a complaint form going to do against an attorney who's above the law?
Well, is that not her office?
Not inside her office. This is the open public hallway that she's trying to prevent us access to. He's going to show you video of it.
I'll look at the video. That's the crash I heard.
Huh?
That's the crash.
That
that's
was
in there.
when she tried to hold the door. I tried to pull on it and she let go and the door swung open.
I just heard a noise, that's why.
Yeah, that's what the noise was. But why is she trying to hold the door and prevent access like that?
Especially within the public, which is what we're doing. Because you were trying to charge us with some bullshit charges, so we're just asking you about it. You said, we're going to charge you with stalking now. She was holding the door on the other side of that.
Are we okay with people around here acting like that?
Well, I wouldn't appreciate it.
Okay, so what can we do about it?
The issue is we need to do something because now there is something up, there's a mark on the wall. We're saying that Jill initiated this. It cannot go unreported because of what you guys have tried to spin this
You
out.
guys will try to say that I caused the whole thing.
I've seen the video.
Jill initiated this.
I've seen the video.
So you're agreeing that Jill initiated this?
I'm agreeing that you were pulling the door and she had a hold of it and it got out of both your hands. I mean, what I seen, that's what I seen.
I still think it needs to be further documented.
And I can do that.
Well, I mean, see, the question that I have, I'm not bringing this up as a dig, it's a legitimate thing. You told John and Nicole that them simply talking to someone was enough to interfere with public business. What about Jill Gillette holding the door, preventing us from going into a public place for no reason? Does that interfere with our public business, rise to a charge there? If talking to someone is?
I suppose you can be articulated as such as.
Well, yeah, let's do the charge then. I mean, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right?
I would have to think so.
If that's interfering with public business, actually stopping someone from doing public business would be interfering with public business. Wouldn't you say?
Well, that's what they would charge us with. If I held the door on her, that's what they would charge us with.
Probably also charge with some sort of kidnapping or preventing to leave an area, something, I'm sure. Physically preventing someone to move around in public to do that.
Still works.
You go by Mike, don't you?
Michael.
Michael.
Is your body cam on?
Yeah.
Is your body cam on, deputy?
It is not.
It is not on?
It is not on.
You need to turn it on.
And one more time with your last name, it's not a violation, I want to make sure that I get your name right for the report.
Give me a prize. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.
Deputy, not trying to bust balls, but do you have to have your camera on when you're taking a report?
I'm writing this down, guys, I'm right here in the courthouse, I don't have my camera on, if you want me to, I'll turn it on, but, I mean, that's footage that you guys have asked for, and it's gonna be this little conversation right here.
It's not about us asking for it, it's about following policy, as it always has been.
But what I will do, and I'll read this to you when I'm done writing it, and then I'll go back and I'll put it on an actual form, one of our actual report forms. And I will, and you, if you guys want a copy of it, I'll get you a copy of it. Then you will know that the report's been filed. Okay? Just trying to think here, get my directions straight.
It's the east, no, this is the south side.
South,
of the
it'd be
building.
the southwest one. And I will go take a couple of pictures of if there's any damage on the wall. Okay?
There's a spot on the wall.
Okay, I'll get a picture of that. I'll read you what I just wrote. 09/09/2024, at approximately 2:01 p.m., County Attorney Jill Gillette's climbing the stairs. Mike, say your last name. Irving was trying to enter behind her. Jill held the door. As Mike was trying to open it, the door came ajar from both their hands and hit the selfless woman.
That's right.
Is that pretty accurate?
That's fairly accurate, I would say, wouldn't you?
Yep, you can put me down as a witness if you want there. I don't know if you gotta do that, but I would gladly, be able to.
And your doctor?
Justin.
Justin, I should know your name, sorry.
Yeah.
At least they all know now you're a doctor, actually.
Yeah, I got that part. And then it's SPIEHS.
S-P-I-H-S. Okay, yeah, no offense, but my ex-wife's a doctor too, so.
Yeah, we'll be over there because from my understanding is Paul Dean has instructed the sheriff's department to provide policy manuals to us.
As a matter of fact, the sheriff had that brought over and it is in his possession.
Okay.
What, I don't
So
know,
it's
I
at
don't
the
know what,
office?
no, it's in the possession of Paul.
It's
I
in
don't
there?
know, don't quote me, I don't know, the sheriff had me bring some papers over
Okay.
that was to be given to Paul.
Okay.
That's all I can tell you, because I
Okay.
did not look at them, I don't know what they were.
All right. So
I'm gonna walk upstairs, get a picture of the wall.
Sounds good. Okay. Well, I also want to catch Paul so that we can make sure to get a look at those rocks. You going for that? Yeah. I'll stay for this. So there's Jill's childishness. I mean, you can see it on display.
This addendum shall apply only to purchases or procurements that apply to our or associated base credit. Okay, so that means that our authority limits on everything else don't change.
Justin will get
So
it. He'll get it
so
for
we're
us.
still at $1,000, anything over $1,000, you get 3 bids. Okay. All right.
If they want to change it,
Yeah, I mean,
but
we-
this is what we need right now for the.
Right,
For the
well,
base grant.
we don't,
I understand.
we don't even, do we? Okay, yes, we do need that language in here, you're right. Right, to keep me from having to go out to bid on everything $1,000 or more. Got it. Yeah, so besides that, just removing that introduct, or that at the top, that heading.
It is,
Okay, so okay. So are you going to, this will not have, doesn't need a signature or a resolution number or anything?
not a resolution.
Okay.
They can sign the bottom of it, but it's approved.
Okay. I think we ought to do that, so that when I submitted it, won't just look like my homework I typed and turned in, that it's sealed. All that.
So the recommendation is to go ahead and approve this amendment of that addendum?
Yeah, and Carrie will, when she gets a chance, she can print it off.
I can,
Review
is it, did you send it to me?
Yeah, so the only thing that's been changed is taking off that reference. Yes, I did.
At the top where it says correct, and you
Yes,
replace it.
correct, because I, well, remember everything correct, we did not approve that.
So we need a motion to approve the addendum to procurement and purchasing policy as presented. Correct?
This one?
Yes.
Sorry. Excuse me, on, the second page, purchase of goods and services under B. the purchasing department, that means whoever is spending the money.
I honestly don't know what they're talking about right now. They're talking about approval for budget stuff. But what he said,
He said that he's going to send the report over to the clerk here so we can get it here.
oh, okay.
I agree, I read that several times.
Same thing, just the head.
Surely open the door is.
State laws.
You think I'm not gonna charge her? I'm not gonna charge her.
I think that's me.
Well, Jill's just mad because she's put herself in the hot seat with all of her stupid shit, and now she's got people advertising her crap online.
Practices are pointing out for me. It's clear. That's what they provide.
Block me out, I guess. I don't know. Jill probably has a friend that sells security systems. I don't know if she does.
They did the vote and then opened it up for discussion.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Every deal's different.
No, I think that was an emergent type situation.
Is at a meeting a few weeks ago, he was like, okay, well, you have to wait for the vote, wait for us to call it, and when we say any more discussion, then you get to talk. So that's what I thought was going on.
Well, I thought the same. And then, you know, it started. Sit down, this is your discussion. She said, we're having all discussion. Here it's open for discussion.
That's food, I love it. I must ask you a question. It's the White Mustache Committee. I must ask you a question.
Need not apply.
Yeah, is that what it is? But no,
Sounds good, it's legal information.
a think tank bank.
You know, I want to make a point with you. She tries to prevent us from recording, which could also be for our own security purposes as well, in the places
Right.
that we're allowed to, but she's gonna come down here and talk about security issues.
Right.
What about ours?
So, Mr.
Well,
Chairman.
we don't get to have security.
Remember she said it wasn't just the courtroom, she said the courtroom area
Right.
to extend beyond that.
Right. Did you get me? God, I hope so.
Been moved and seconded to approve the addendum to the procurement and purchasing policy for the base.
Well, I tried being here. He said, watching this is making me stupid. Tried being in person.
There is no place to sign on that carry, so.
Just wanna write approved.
So, Pauline has our records there. Well, yeah, because apparently he got something from the sheriff's department. That's what Joe Love said. That the sheriff's gave to him to give to Paul. And Paul said that we were supposed to be able to get that. And apparently there was a video that was supposed to be able to get it for $25. Put on a CD.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing. Because we'll finish up our record stuff here if we can. We'll take the, so find the courthouse maintenance man. He's in the basement. We should try to find the courthouse maintenance man. We should try to do that, shouldn't we, Bob? I do have to agree with that. Hey, John, how are you doing today? We're just here at the county meeting where it's a shit show again.
We have
So that'd
Maintenance
be
man
better
is
to
buried
let
out
you
back.
guys all figure out what works best and present it. I don't want to micromanage.
He thought it was interesting that he thought they were on time or ahead of time.
Maybe not.
God, if you don't even like people, it's cause a big fucking thing.
I have no commission discussion.
No commission discussion, that's right.
And what I've got here is, this was from the sheriff, and I'd like to state that, Mark Hunsaker was a deputy here, and he worked off and on for several years as a part-time officer, and also, he passed away not too long ago.
Nella.
This was from the sheriff's office. Just wanting to acknowledge him, and it says Deputy Mark Hunsaker,
Jill need you.
recognition. Thank you for your courage and dedication to your life. Keep us safe, and for what we are grateful. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. So that's for Mark. And, I'm gonna give that to his
That'd be great. That'd be great. Okay, any more commission discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I forgot to mention in my earlier report, we were in a FEMA, application for the church building in Moline. 300 drums. And, anyway, when we had our initial meeting with FEMA last week, they asked some questions and needs me to, led me to define the application for public assistance. Because their language came back saying that a facility to be eligible for, FEMA public assistance must be
Oh no. Did Joe Love just sneak to the basement to take the elevator up? Is that what just happened? Did you sneak downstairs to take the elevator up?
That's what I went to check. I didn't see anything down there.
You didn't see him? I want to get the chorus stuff from Pauline. Oh, look at you, Joe. Snuck down to the basement to come up here and talk to Jill. Huh? Yeah. You two just can't stay away from each other, can you?
You ain't that sleepy.
That is hilarious. What an idiot. What an idiot.
We're slow, we're not fast.
I know we're younger than you, Joe, but we weren't born yesterday. Oh my God. That's just absolutely pathetic. That's unreal.
Basement to the top floor.
That's what somebody on here said, that that slowed the elevator down, lifting him up.
That's what I knew it took some.
99 cents. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye, motion carried 3-0.
Where was Joe? That's what he said. Junior? Oh, wait.
So Joe probably got a text from Joe. Stepped out of the office, or the meeting. The elevator is over there, the stairs are right there. He went down.
Right.
Swear he pretended like he was going outside, like he might have opened the door, let it close, and then I heard him walking down the stairs.
Right.
So I got
We'll do a second to adjourn.
He rode the elevator from the basement all the way up.
Say aye. Aye, motion carried 3-0.
All right.
Long cross.
So, Mr. Dean, you got some core records for us.
We've got some estimates, yes, sir.
My understanding is Joe brought over some documents from the sheriff's department.
Yeah, that's $27.
No, we'd like to just review them if we could here. We don't need copies.
Okay. If you want to review the copies, the
No.
one's on a thumb drive, so I don't know how to.
We don't need copies of them, sir. We just need to review them if we could, please.
I just said, if you want to review the copies, they are copies. That's all. Referencing, yes, you can review them.
Okay, well, we don't pay for copies to review a record.
I agree.
Okay.
I refer to them as copies because obviously they would be retaining originals. So you can review what they copied and not.
Okay. We'll review this.
So would we be getting those today?
Yep.
What about the camera footage from the sheriff's department?
I have that on a thumb drive, but like I told you, there's a cost for that.
Oh, all right, there's a cost for everything, including the behavior in this room, but we're happy to pay our share.
That was $25 mainly. That's kind of the
Good.
standard cost that they charge on
Mhm.
those documents.
Gentlemen. Been real. See you down the road. Okay, same to you. You going, is the sheriff's department gonna give that, or are you gonna give it to them?
I'm gonna give it to him.
Good.
I've got to give it to Arizona to give it to him.
He's not leaving, is he?
No, he's got all this stuff.
Okay.
He's got all this stuff.
Figuring it out, Doug?
So I have one clerk's desk when you're done. If you would, then, please. Thank you.
This is the entire sheriff's department policy?
What I've been provided, that's all I can tell you.
Really? So this is, this is kind of quite interesting. So you do have that thumb drive. We need to go ahead and get any kind of open record stuff you have for us today before you leave today, Paul.
Carrie's got you some cost estimates on the others. I don't think she has the cost estimates put together on that Carrie Watts. Was that the employee you were asking about?
Watts, so you have a thumb drive?
Yeah, Carrie's got the thumb drives. Like I said, we just pay her and just leave it in the document.
Gotcha. Here, I'm gonna put them all on this one too. So this is what they're saying is the entirety of the Sheriff's Department policy that we've been given. This is policy number 21-101, policy on vehicle inventory. We have 21-102, policy on property inventory. And these are vehicle policies there. And then we got the policies and procedures on the body worn camera, which I'm pretty sure that Joe Love violated today. Justin, you're getting pics of all these, I assume? Okay. And that is the entirety of the Sheriff's Department policy manual, according to Paul Dean, or according to whoever the Sheriff's Department representative is that he's getting his questions answered by. In any case, I doubt those are the entirety of the policies.
It'd be pretty slim, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be a little hard to run a Sheriff's Department on these few little policies. We've got property inventory, vehicle inventory, and body worn camera. Is that basically it? That's a pretty impressive little policy list we got there. Seems like Mr. Dean doesn't really like this process that much either. I'm gonna tell him the feeling's mutual. Yeah, exactly. Where's the physical fitness policy?
He's not existing. He said just leave him here.
Huh?
He said just
I gave him a carry. I think that's what he wanted to do, was just give him the carry.
Okay. But all that'll match up.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
So that is for you, thank you.
So I think this is really what they were really gonna try to charge us $25 for these policies, Carrie? Is that accurate? If we wanna take these with us, it's gonna cost us $25?
The thumb drive's 25.
Okay.
I don't know what he said on these, it wasn't. It's 25 cents a page,
Okay.
is what it
So it
is.
wasn't $25 for just those little pages.
No, it's
And-
$25 for the flash drive,
Okay.
thumb drive.
And that's purported to be the entirety of the Sheriff's Department policy manual that we're able to see?
That's what I understand.
Carrie, I have documents myself that show that that's not the entirety of the documents that we're allowed to see. I have parts
Okay.
of the Sheriff's Department policy manual that is not those, but it's other portions of it.
Okay.
So when are we actually gonna see the actual policy manual? They're dumping it all on you. I'm gonna file the complaints
I
on
know.
you when it
I
comes
know.
time.
I know.
And that's unfortunate because you're the only one down around here trying to do it right and the rest of them are fucking this up right and left.
Well, except for the minutes, yeah, the modest.
But what are we gonna do here? Am I gonna be forced to file all this stuff on you to get this adjudicated? I don't wanna have to do that. I think they should just give us the policies.
I'll see what I can do. I can't do much, but I'll try.
Well, I mean,
I can't get stuff that I do not have.
I understand,
And under core
but
law.
they're putting you in a hell of a spot.
Well, I know.
And do you not have some rights as an employee of the county?
I-
Should you maybe not be contacting state officials and asking what your responsibilities are and how you're getting hung up in the middle of this without cause? I'm serious. You really should visit the AG's office and ask them what you should do here and don't rely on your local officials. This is the same thing I told Love several weeks ago about his ideas that he could stop and frisk people with no charges, no alleged crime, and that he could just start telling people they were being charged with stuff. I told him he needed to check with authorities and make sure he was doing the right thing, and I think he found out he wasn't. I'm going to strongly suggest you contact the AG's office and get this right, because we're not done until it's done.
Okay.
I'd take that thumb drive.
Nicely done.
I think it's pathetic that they're dumping it on her. You know, she's the only one down here that's trying to do it right, and they're going to make her the scapegoat out of all this crap, and that's just wrong.
$25 for the thumb drive. Do you want a receipt for it?
Huh?
Do you want a receipt?
Yes, please. This is actually tax deductible for me.
Preston Telephone, he got 300 off on. When he gets in mine, I tend to put an eyebrow on it, because I've got a cat. I put an eyebrow on it, and.
Carrie, did we get C-post forms submitted for on the deputies that had been
I sent all of it
to Paul Dean? Okay. Is he the one that normally files all that stuff?
I think the sheriff's office does,
Okay.
honestly.
One that I got is danger pro, where he's got a cat.
And what's purported to be on this?
I have not seen what's on there.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
That's all right. We'll review this and I'll follow up with you by email of the things that we need. So, again, speak to somebody at a higher level.
Okay.
Thank you.
And Carrie, you are the FOIA officer here then? You're the Cora officer? You are, okay.
Alrighty.
I take the core requests and complaints and everything, and then I disperse them to the departments it pertains to, because I don't have records of everything here in my office.
And then you don't review any records requested, you don't review those?
I try to.
Okay, so like that.
Through our county.
But I mean, like when they bring back the stuff, so like for example,
I
that.
did not look at that because I just got it before the meeting.
Okay.
So.
What it seems confusing, but what they have you doing is being the front person for all, and it's appearing as though you're the FOIA officer for the entire county, but you can't be because you don't possess the records. And so what truthfully needs to happen is that the sheriff department needs their own FOIA representative, that somebody who's going to handle that for the sheriff's department, because there's going to be things in that office that you're not going to be allowed to see because of investigative records and things like that. So they need to have their own. The DA needs to have their own, the court needs to have their own. To have them dump it all off on you is putting you in one real bad spot, because you're not able to really fulfill the job duties because you don't have access to everything you need to do that. So, thank you.
They're probably doing it because you're the only woman, so stand strong.
Stay strong.
Yeah,
Hey,
don't let them push you around like that.
you got the Hottie of the County award online today.
Oh, Lord.
So what Jill need, Joe?
Well, you guys asked me to investigate a crime, right?
Huh?
You guys asked me to investigate a
Oh,
crime.
okay, was that your?
So I have to get a statement from you, a statement from victim and suspect, and I have her statement.
Oh, okay, who was the victim, who was the suspect?
Well, you profess to be the victim, she's supposed to be the suspect.
Did she profess to be the victim as well?
That I can't answer until the report comes out.
Oh, till the report comes out. How long will we need to wait till that report comes out?
I will go over there, and I've got a few other things I've got to do, but I'll start working on it this evening before I leave.
This evening before you leave?
And so how does it work? Is there a case number generated
Yes,
right
there
now?
will be a case number. You can hear me call it in right now if you want to.
Please,
Yeah, yeah. So
we'd like to get that case number.
Hold on, bear with me here. It's not gonna work inside the courthouse, guys. But the phone does.
And then if Jill's gonna be the victim, make sure to remind her as a government entity like she is.
You guys reported it.
We did, and she's gonna have a hard
So
time.
you are going down as the victim.
Okay, well, she's gonna have hard time claiming that she's the victim as a government agent.
No, like I said, you reported it. I've got it written down. You're the victim.
Okay.
I'll put it on speaker so you can hear it.
Okay.
Okay, Sheriff's Office.
Nina, I need a report to follow on an incident of, I'm not sure how we're gonna call it.
Prosecutor,
Interference with
battery.
public duties?
They're gonna call, it's gonna be called interference or criminal damage, either way. But I do need a report to follow on an incident that happened over here in the courthouse this afternoon. And I have you on speakerphone, so I'm gonna stand by and wait for you to generate the number for me.
Criminal damage, huh?
It's not criminal damage, but I mean, it's whatever's happened at the courthouse. If the courthouse wants to get involved, I don't know how to articulate that.
Gotcha. So Jill's wanting to do criminal damage
No,
on us.
Jill's not having anything to do with this other than she's.
I got you.
You want me to start this?
Yeah, disturbance for now under your log. I'll look at the book when I get over there and figure out what we got, what the actual statute will be. But we do need a case number because these gentlemen are waiting for the case number as I speak to you.
Okay, give me 1 second.
And so will Jill be the one deciding if she presses charges or not then on herself?
You guys know that everything I write goes through the county attorney. Okay.
How can it when she's the suspect?
That's something I will have to go ask the judge about, to be honest with you.
I would think-
I've never been encountered with that before. It's
I
new
would think
for me.
this report needs to not go to Jill Gillette.
It should not if she's the suspect.
That's right.
Well, hopefully we can get that figured out in the policy. You guys probably have in your policy manual probably what to do in that situation.
It'll be in the state statute book, yes.
Yeah. Surely your policy manual has more than like 5 policies in it, right?
I'm sorry, I'm only got one here, guys. So.
Sure.
233.
So for the minutes.
24-233, correct?
Who do you want me
No,
to?
Okay, thank you.
they weren't with us.
Oh, they weren't.
They're your citizens, not us.
24-233.
I will start with the year, then the dash.
No, we worked together with them. There's some people that had some problems here with Jill Gillette and other people when talking to us about it. If you want, you can review our live stream. You might be able to catch it on there. I don't remember. What, did you get it?
Yep, got it.
24-233.
24233?
Dash,
Okay.
24-233.
Yeah. So how do we get to criminal damage to property?
Guys, that's just out of my mouth because of the damage to the wall, and it's minor. I
Okay.
mean, it's got to be over a certain dollar amount to even be classified as a crime. So.
Actually, no, you're not quite accurate there.
Anyway, that's just me trying to, because the
Well, I'm just
dispatcher.
feeling like
well,
Jill
let me
Gillette
explain.
up there is the
Let me
one
explain.
calling it criminal.
We operate off of a clear system over there, and the dispatchers operate off of a clear system.
Uh-huh.
But they have to have
Whoops.
they have to have a title given to whatever the report number they give me, and I really don't know what to call this.
Okay,
So it's just me reaching for something, okay?
okay.
The report will have the right statute on it, I promise you.
Well, I just want to leave you with this, Mr. Love, is when you start down the path of being dishonest, we tend to start questioning everything you're telling us, because you said that wasn't Jill, you pretended like you were leaving and went all the way
No, guys.
downstairs to ride the elevator up.
I'm glad
the
you
door.
didn't follow me into the bathroom with your camera.
Okay.
But I went to the bathroom.
But what we're saying is when you start down that path of being dishonest, it loses trust. So let's start being honest.
Well, you guys want to look at my phone log? She called me while I was in the bathroom and asked me to come up to her office.
Well, I'm pretty sure you guys have
She
some
called
text
you?
back and forth
She
too.
called you?
Yes.
Yeah, see, that's what we were talking about.
But when I took the phone call out here, it wasn't even a county employee.
Gotcha, okay.
And you're welcome to look at my log if you
No,
want.
I don't need to look at your log, but, yeah. So we'll see what comes of this.
And
But
as far as me not taking the stairs, guys, I just had knee surgery 3
Okay.
months ago. I really don't like stairs.
Well, I've just,
Well, all right.
don't give that to Jill Gillette if you would. I mean, let's actually follow some kind of procedure that would get her held accountable.
I will go the right direction, I promise you. And I
All
will
right.
ask somebody other than her for legal advice on how I'm supposed to go forth.
Okay.
No, I would not give the suspect.
She's got her own interest of what's going on, and I think we've shown that. So since Larry, Daryl, and Daryl got into this door today, can we take that button down? What's going on there?
Guys, don't get me on that. I don't have any pull, any say, any way, shape, or form involving.
So is there no discussion about taking that button down? Is there nothing, nobody talking about what we're going to do about this problem with being sued over a Fourth Amendment violation at the door?
It may be been discussed, but not on my level.
Not on
That's
your
all I can
level?
tell you.
Well, I mean, like I said, I came in today and they asked me who I was, and I said, my name is Larry, and this is my brother Daryl, and my other brother Daryl opened the door, and she opened the door.
I don't have an answer for you on that. I don't.
Okay.
That's not something that I deal with. I mean.
Okay. Well, take this, advise people over there that if anybody gets arrested at that door, me saying I'm Larry, Daryl, and getting buzzed in, gets them out of that crime and gives them grounds to sue this county. Just be aware. Too bad Jake didn't listen in on that.
There's the bathroom upstairs. There's the bathroom upstairs too.
Is that where he's going? Huh? think? I don't know. Do we need to wait around and see what all this is going on upstairs? Yeah. Well, let's see where Jake went. We're here. You might as well. I mean, it seems like there's a party in Jill's office and everybody's coming.
Everybody's invited to the house.
Huh?
So next time this happens, this is the other hallway, but look.
Oh, this is the other. We weren't even in this. No, this is the side of the room. Oh no, it's down there, wasn't it? So it's happened on both sides. Hello. Hi there. I don't have it. Let me pull it out. I have the case number. Unless you have the case number easy access, I can pull it out, but I'm looking for any recent filings in the Robert Walker matter. Let's see, I can give you a case number here. Ah, 23-204 would be the case number.
That's not right. I don't think anything's been filed.
No, 23 dash, not 24, I thought it was 204.
What is 204?
23-204.
Oh, that's the sheriff's office number.
Okay. Whatever let's see, I can probably give you the court number here. Hold on, I got it.
Didn't know it.
I got it right here. How about 23 CR 29?
That's not good.
Felony off grid?
That's just part of it, or a level 1 to 3, or 1. That's how it was initially filed.
Okay, but it was originally filed as an off-grid felony?
No, that's a felony off-grid, or a level 1 to 3, or a DRIB 1. That's just the combination of
All right.
classifications.
So July 10th was the last filing I was aware of. So there have been some filings. And is this response to dismiss? Want to get that 815? Yeah.
Yeah, nothing new has been filed.
No, there's been a number of things filed since the 710, which it doesn't even show up here. There was
This is 2023. Hold on. Yeah, that's the beginning of it. Hold on.
So all the way down at the bottom. And I guess that's from the other way. I don't understand what I'm seeing there. Doesn't seem like it's in any order. 9/6/24.
Yes, so it looks like the journal entry. Looks like a journal entry was filed.
the December 18 hearing. That's all.
All right, I'm able to view the documents here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll just take that for a minute.
Hey. I just came to see you.
Oh, what's up? What's up? We're just checking out some documents here to see what's been put in.
Good, how are you?
Good, Justin.
Nice to meet you.
What deep was this?
I was coming back from work and you guys are still here, so.
That's when it was fire. I'm trying to.
Come up
I
here.
think your mouse doesn't keep up.
That's not bad. I was, it's still in there. I don't know healthcare.
Home health. What is that?
I just clean, cook,
Oh,
take my grandma for groceries.
around there.
For me.
Oh, for now. Somebody else mentioned Fernando earlier today. One of the guys we were talking to.
Whoever the clerk is over at the sheriff's offices doesn't like me, because they said, state your name really nice and,
There's no document with this?
and, not a pen,
Okay.
I said, Nicole, it doesn't matter.
That's the document I got last time I was here.
So like she must have known.
Just now.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, man. I don't know if you saw what was going on
Zaman?
there, but.
Is that a police officer?
I'm not familiar with that.
And in love?
Because, you know, they said that you and John.
Why would Joe's wife be being subpoenaed? That's interesting.
Clearly interfere with public duty, at a minimum. Sure, it's other things too.
Amy Bliss, Eric Watts, in love, C. Zeman,
Saying, you know, be like, I was talking to a friend.
Nentwig.
So.
There you go, good idea.
You don't know these people?
Yeah,
Thanks, Wilson.
Hey, Nicole, come here.
there you go.
These are subpoenas in Robert's case. Do either one of these names look familiar to you?
No.
So I'm wondering, and then in love, isn't that Joe's
That's
wife?
Mary Love, yeah.
Why would she be being submitted to to Robert's case?
Yeah, I don't know.
And S. McCabe?
I don't know. Here, let me.
Man, everybody else I know who they are, but here's McCabe again.
Sounds familiar.
Well, we have a McCabe up in Lawrence. That's Laura McCabe, the mouthpiece for the LPD. But Summer. Oh, this is going to be Summer Nentwig. That's going to be the dispatcher.
she got married.
That's going to be the
It used to
dispatcher.
be Summer Starborough.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So
But
that's going to be
McCabe, I
her.
don't know.
McCabe is, I think that's the case, it's Sarah that works here.
Yep, okay.
Sarah that
so
works here?
It,
Really?
this one?
She helped us last time.
Okay. And this is for the case of him out. This is weird.
So she wasn't the dispatcher though, because someone was the dispatcher.
Summer was?
Was the dispatcher.
Well, I think they're saying that something happened over here, otherwise Sarah wouldn't be named. Did something happen over here on that?
He didn't even get into the details.
That's
so
kind of
I
what I'm
don't
wondering.
know.
Kind of what I'm wondering.
I want to catch you guys where you left. Can you send me to my email that video? I just called the AG. I will seek a special prosecutor to handle this, okay?
Good, thank
That's
you.
what they recommend.
Okay. Appreciate
But
you.
I do need a copy of the video for evidence.
Okay. You good?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
My, you want me to write it down? I don't have a card.
Okay.
I think my email might be on the card. Let me see what I got.
Are you gonna card?
Bear with me while I put my eyes on. I don't know if it's written on. But yeah, I just called AG and I was hoping I'd catch you guys where you left because I should have asked for the copy of it before you left anyway.
You got a direct line there to the AG? Somebody there?
It comes to the direct line is the dispatcher and she routes it from there to us. So it's not like a cell. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
J.Love at Elk County case.
All right, we'll do that then.
Yeah, if you guys will send me that clip, that video clip of the door incident.
Yep. So Joe, we're looking at Robert's case here.
Appreciate it.
Guys,
Why is your wife testifying?
at that, she's my ex-wife, by the way. But at that point, she was actually working here at the courthouse, and I didn't see anything. She seen something, I don't know what she seen. And I mean, guys, I understand you have a lot of questions about this, but a district judge has put a gag order on it, and if I speak, I'm in trouble.
I get you the gag order?
That's what they call it.
Okay, well, gag order doesn't apply to us.
But it does me.
No, I get you. I'm just, we're looking at the public record here and seeing some interesting names on this list of subpoenaed people for a case where none of these people really had any direct involvement in it from what we're understanding from the evidence in the case.
I at that time, I was maintenance man here at the courthouse, okay? That's before I went back to the sheriff's office.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife was working, actually, she was working for Jill.
Oh, in Jill Gillette's office?
She was doing like secretarial stuff.
Gotcha.
She was only here for a couple months.
Gotcha.
And I don't know where she was in the building, outside, inside. I know nothing. I just, as much as me.
Okay. Do you know who C. Zaman is? Z-A-M-A-N?
That's not a name I'm familiar with, no.
Never heard of that. I just find it interesting that we've got a lot of people from inside the courthouse that he never gained access to testifying against him. That's pretty interesting. But we'll see how that works.
I can't speak one way or another to it, guys. I don't know.
We'll see how all that works out. I'm gonna grab it.
The day that was happening, I believe I was out working on a generator at one of our towers, so I wasn't even in the area. So, anyway, if you would please send that to me, I'll get everybody's here.
All right, thanks, Joe. So, and then we've got all the different return of services on the things. And now what we have scheduled right now is a 10/30/24 pretrial conference and a November 5th jury trial. And those are both going to be under David Rickey's courtroom, which I think we're probably going to be better off with David Rickey than you are with some of those other yahoos in the 13th district. At least he seems to think he knows what's going on.
He's not scared of Jill.
He's not scared of Jill? You've seen him call her out? I've seen him kind of put her, this whole case here, when they had their pretrial, she kind of shut her down on that whole, bringing all the media into it and everything, so.
Yeah, that's all she needs, reined in a little bit.
Yeah. What's that?
Is that it?
Nicole came to see us. She's been on camera before, so no big deal.
And so Nicole's kind of case makes it interesting with what Jill just did, is because Joe had said that Nicole had interfered with public duty just by talking to somebody, and so now we got Jill Gillette actually like holding the door, keeping Michael from even entering this public area right here. So if you want to talk about interfering with public duty, that would be it, right?
Well, I would think so.
Among other things, but.
Yeah, because when I seen that happen, I was almost a Howard, and I was like, I'm going to the courthouse.
Did you have to give your name to get in?
I did give my name, and she was not very happy because she asked where I was going. I said, it doesn't matter. And she was like, fine, go ahead. I don't know who it was, but she...
I think they figured out that's Nina, apparently, because that's who Joe asked for over there. Who's Nina?
I don't know.
Okay.
It sounds familiar, but I think it's probably someone, the upper class people.
Upper class people.
Of Elk County.
The ruling class. The ruling class. All right. Are we good here?
Yeah, I think so.
What are you doing today?
Oh, not much. I was just on my way back from work, and I was like,
Well, we,
Is that the name?
Well,
there's another one on the other side, though, the other hallway. It looks like it happens a lot. So, well, maybe Jill should quit trying to hold people from getting into a door.
Well, there's no doorstop there either.
But yeah, we're talking to Joe about that, and he mentions criminal damage to property, and I'm like, I wonder if Joe thought up that on his own, or whether Jill brought that in.
It was probably Jill. She always tries to.
Oh yeah, I know. Bump those charges up, get you for as much as they can. But, well, what do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Right now, I'm just kind of.
Jill is the problem. I would agree with you guys. She's a huge obstruction.
Yes.
Hey guys.
Hi.
All right. Oh, wait. Come on, we gotta go back. I almost forgot. Well, I'm told that Eric Watts hangs around down here.
He's probably back watching the live stream.
You think he is? Hey, is Eric Watts down here?
Not that I've seen.
Not that you've seen? Okay. Doggone it. Where are you at, Eric? Cop turned maintenance man. It's like a revolving door with the maintenance office. Joe was the maintenance guy and now he's a cop, and Watts was a cop and now he's a maintenance guy. Is that the normal job path for you guys?
I wouldn't know, I've never been a cop.
I still say I bet he's in here hiding.
There's an avenue to being a cop.
Eric, it's okay. You can come out. Eric, I'm not going to hurt you, buddy. You can come out.
Might be a choke slam.
Well, he might be afraid of people doing to him what he did to Robert.
More than likely.
Nah, he's only a tough guy when somebody's in handcuffs. Well, maybe he's out here at the maintenance garage outside. God, I'd really like to run into old Mr. Watts. Let's go over and check at the maintenance shed, see if he's here. If nothing else, maybe Don will videotape us some more. But it looks like he's already left. Well, Doug's still in there somewhere.
Yep.
There's his truck.
Right away, too, didn't it?
Huh? Well, I think he tried to make it look that way. There have been a lot of thefts out of these buildings around here. You'd think they'd want to close up shit before they just take off. So really, I mean, they just got done going over, guys, that there's been a ton of thefts around the county and stuff. And then we walk out and, yeah, here's why they need a camera. Is because they just leave their shit wide open for anybody to take what they want.
How much did she ask? $55,000 or something like that?
No, it was like $3,500 for a camera.
That's right.
When they could just close the damn garage door. Hilarious. Are we
It looks like you're pretty good with the love situation.
pretty good with the love
For
situation?
now.
You think he loves us now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And this whole idea, that witness list is just interesting.
Yeah.
They're calling everybody from inside the courthouse to be a witness against Robert. Yeah, and he never even got into the courthouse. That's pretty damned interesting.
Unless they're trying to lump in, they're saying that people are calling on his reaction after my threatening bill.
Well, the problem is that they're going to try to do that to him. That's the same shit they threaten to do with us. We're not responsible for other people's behavior. And if they don't like people calling in, then don't violate people's rights. You know, that's the reality of it. But guys, I think we're going to go ahead and close out at the Elk County Courthouse. Nicole, you want to give them any closing words?
Guys, come out here next week.
Exactly. Come out here next week.
So we've had three other citizens out here with us this week. The 2 guys in there and now Nicole here.
Yep.
So that's good.
Yep. More the merrier. Come
Appreciate
watch
you
the
guys
shit
watching.
show.
Yep.
So, guys, it's Lawrence Accountability and the dreaded rabble rouser. A little bit of dreaded accountability in Elk County. Appreciate y'all watching. We always have good live streams down here. It's got to be the Elk County people tuning in.